Today, my work paid 40 people about 2 hours each to sit on their butts and do nothing. How did this happen? Well, I'll give you 2 words. Boston traffic. I work for a beer distributor that sends about 40 loads of beer into the city every day, and the trucks use 2-man teams, a driver and a helper. And the helper sits on his butt while he waits for the truck to get to the first stop. Now, driving a 45-foot trailer into the heart of Boston during rush hour is a tough process, and hence my assertion that we're paying the helper to sit on his butt and do nothing. Now, there are many other companies similar to the one I work for in and around the Boston area that have the same problem. There are high costs associated with highway congestion, but there are also costs associated with building the infrastructure. Today I'm going to present the current plans that could reduce the highway congestion, and it is within the best interest of the local companies as well as the surrounding population to decrease highway congestion and invest in the transportation systems around eastern Massachusetts. According to a 2017 report by the data firm INREX, Boston has the 10th worst traffic in the United States and 18th in the world. A metric by TomTom says that Boston commuters suffer a 28% increase in commute times because of traffic alone. And it is projected to get worse. By 2030, the population is going to grow by 5%. Mayor Marty Walsh commissioned a study titled Boston 2030 that was assess the current state of the Boston transportation systems. The study performed many surveys and public outreach programs to create and shape public policy and design the future of the Boston transportation systems. So what solutions are available to help the company and the Boston as whole with reducing congestion? In the 70s and 80s, civil engineers thought the ideas of adding existing lanes to highways was a solution. For example, in Houston, Texas, they made a highway with 26 lanes across, but they built it and congestion got worse. This highway, called Katie's Freeway, was a case study for Giles Duran and Matthew Turner on how not to reduce traffic. Their study that was published in the article in the American Economic Review was titled The Fundamental Law of Road Congestion, Evidence from U.S. Cities, and they found no evidence that increasing lanes decreases traffic. Another possible solution might be autonomous vehicles, and unfortunately they are far into the future, and they may help, but they're not the do-all be-all that people are hoping. They might actually increase traffic because of their ease of use. More vehicles might be on the road, and that is not the goal. The goal is to reduce the amount of cars on the road. That's according to most experts. Take off cars. Cars equal space. Simply not enough space in Boston for all the cars that want to travel in and around it. Single occupancy driving needs to be reduced, and public transportation use needs to be increased. Here's an excellent graphic by the Institute of Sustainability. It shows you for 200 people how much space each transportation vehicle uses. So here's 200 cars packed. There's them sitting on bikes. You have all this space on buses, same amount of people, and then finally on a trolley, all this space. So, how are we going to do it in Boston? Well, we're going to increase reliability to get more people to trust the MBTA to use it for getting to work on time. We're going to create micro-hubs across the city. A micro-hub will be a rail or bus stop or a bike share point or a car share point all in one location. In the Boston 2030 plan, every home will be within a 10-minute walk to a micro-hub. Keys to the City refers to an app that will be on your phone that will have your MBTA pass, your Easy Pass, your commuter rail pass, your bike share pass, all in one easy-to-use location on your phone, making it easier to use and seamless. They're also, and the plan is going to increase metro area accessibility by increasing commuter ride availability, commuter rail. There's 2 new stations going in, Alston West, they're calling it, and Sullivan Square, and they're also increasing capacity in South Station. They're also adding more bike lanes that are separated from vehicle traffic to increase safety and to have more people choose to ride bikes, and they're also increasing pedestrian safety by creating wider sidewalks. So, I want to go back to this slide so you can see how much space cities dedicate to fit cars into these. Why wouldn't we have this space for other things? Instead, we're just filling it with cars and one person in each car. By investing in non-driving services, less people will drive, and it's more space efficient. Besides the goal of reducing traffic, these projects will also increase the livelihood of Boston residents. Boston will be a better place to live. Everyone benefits with these projects. Maybe someday, instead of traffic getting worse, it can get better. My company won't have to pay for someone to sit on their butts for 2 hours a day.